Hello traders, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to show you how to trade and analyze to predict the next candle. Selling sellers entry point and sellers opening price. Sellers entry point, sellers opening price. Rejection from the sellers area. So the buyers again will fill the gap because the candle closed below the area. So buyers will fill the gap. This is very small candle followed by a strong green candle. So next candle should be a green candle. Okay, candle close exactly at the level, and this is a reversal candlestick. So I'll open the trade on the next candle. Buyer's entry point, buyer's opening price. Very strong red candle. So they should continue to this buyer's area. Now buyers will enter because it's close at the buyer's area. So I think let's see Litecoin. Buyer's entry point, buyer's open price. So I can see some buyer's entry. Seller's entry point, seller's opening price. Uh, $20. Seller's entry point, seller's opening price. Okay, since the market is not stable, rejection and it closes as red, then quick buyer's entry. So I wait for this candle to close. Seller's entry point, seller's opening price. So I'll go with sellers because the candle closed with a rejection and they close inside the seller's area. The reason why I use $20 for this trade is because the market is not stable. See rejection, fluctuations. Okay. So if I lost this trade, that would be okay because I'm not doubling the amount. Okay, that was lost trade. Buyer center. No sign of sellers. Buyers will continue. Weak buyers. Oh God. Weak buyers, sellers will enter because of this area, sellers area. Okay, because of this sellers area, the reason why I say this is a weak bias because it's having both upper and lower rejection, upper rejection, lower rejection. So one last trade, then I'll stop. I go with bias here because of demand, because of the demand zone. Okay, so the sellers drop, those are the demand, so I'm expecting bias entry. Okay, so that is the end of this section, this trade section. So I took seven trade, one is loss. Okay, so the first trade I took on Bitcoin was because this is seller's entry point. Seller's entry point, that is where this rejection started from. If you check on the left side, you will see reversal, reversal. So it's a reversal point. That is why the candle got rejection. Any rejection above is seller's rejection. So rejection from sellers, that is the seller's entry point, and this is where sellers enter the market, right? This is the where the red candle form, the opening price of this red candle. The green candle close here, next candle close open here. So that is the this is the entry point, this is the opening of the price. So that is why this candle got rejection from the area. So I take this as the I take the O level as area of resistance or seller's area. So this candle got rejection from the area. So definitely the next candle here should be green because it got rejection from the area and closed below. So next candle should be green. That is why I go with buyers on the next candle. So you see that immediately buyers close at the level, the sellers enter immediately, but I didn't enter the trade. Then the second trade I took was because this is buyers also entry point, rejection from buyers. So this is entry point. If you check on the left side, you also see reversal here and here and here. So this is buyers entry point, and this is buyers opening price. This is the closing price of this red. This is the opening price of this green. So the green candle is the buyer's candle. This rejection point is where the buyers entered. Why this is where the buyers show form or show their presence. So now, as this sellers enter from seller's area, and this is a strong candle, it engulfed the previous one. So definitely sellers will enter again to fill the gap to reach the buyer's area. So that means that sellers will continue to reach the buyer's area. This candle is very strong. If this candle is weak, buyers will continue to the upside. But this candle is very strong from seller's area, and this is next buyer's area. So sellers will continue to reach the buyer's area before buyers enter. That is why I go with buyers. And here, immediately the buyers close, the sellers close at the buyer's area, I go with buyers. You can see the green candle formed. Okay, you can see the green candle. See, the next candle was red because the green candle is not strong. Okay, so the next candle was red, and also the close as the green as the buyer's area. It closed at the buyer's area. Definitely, the buyers entered on the next candle. So that is why here it closed at the buyer's area with small or little no rejection. So here we have a bullish entry. That is why I go with buyers. So I started from 20 to this. Then this, I saw the market is fluctuating. That is why I try to use the normal fixed balance and normal fixed amount. If the market is steady like Bitcoin, I would have continued doubling the amount. The first trade I took here was a loss. Reason why? Because I expect the sellers to enter. This is sellers entry point, right? This is sellers entry point, and this is sellers presence, opening price, entry and opening price. So this candle is still inside the zone area. So I expect sellers entered, but buyers entered. Okay, so that is why I lost the trade. Then I wait for the buyers to enter again, because here we also have the, so I go with buyers again because, okay, this is what the first trade. So I go with buyers again after the sellers phase to enter here. Sellers supposed to enter, but no sign of sellers. That is one thing about trading. A level where you expect the market to reverse, market will not reverse. So sellers supposed to enter here, no sign of sellers, buyers entered. So immediately I noticed that the buyers entered here. I have to go with buyers again on the next candle until they finally reach this level. Once the sellers buyers reach this level, that is when we should expect sellers entry. Okay, so the buyers will continue to that level. Despite that, the candle has not reached the zone, maybe that is why buyers entered. But now, as the buyers will continue, that is why I go with buyers. So I go with buyers on the next candle. After sellers fail to enter here, I go with buyers on the next candle. So now, I go with sellers on the next candle, even the market gap down. The gap down indicates a selling pressure. There's a strong selling pressure from this area. There's a strong selling pressure from this seller's area. This is seller's area. Candle close at the seller's area. There's a strong selling pressure. That is why we have this gap down. And the opening price of the selling candle is still at the seller's zone. So that means sellers will enter the market. That is why I go with sellers. If the opening price is not at the seller's zone, maybe a little bit below the zone, buyers will enter. Okay, but the price opening price is exactly inside the zone. Definitely, sellers will enter. Okay, so and here after I go with sellers here, I wanted to go with sellers again. I think I've waited for 1 minute, one more minute until the candle close. Then on the left side, why go with buyers here? Because on the left side, I can see a demand area. A demand area. Okay. If you don't know about demand area, go and learn about demand area. So there's what we call supply and demand. The reversal supply and demand and the continuation supply and demand. The reversal supply and demand is the rally, the reversal supply is rally based drop, while the reversal demand is drop based rally. The the continuation of supply is drop based drop, while the continuation of demand is rally based rally. Okay, so here what we can see is drop based rally. That is a reversal pattern. Drop base, this is base, rally. So here we have the demand zone. Candle close at the demand zone after sellers entered from sellers area. Candle close at the demand zone. Next candle will be a bullish candle. That is why I go with buyers. Okay, that's why I go with buyers. Next candle will be a bullish candle. That's why I go with buyers. See, that is why buyers enter. So you can see that I use fixed amount of money, a fixed amount of balance of these three trades because I can see the way the market is moving fast. So to avoid loss trade or to avoid big losses I've made here, big money I've made here, it can be that the market should um, it can be the market should close below my entry or above my entry or late entry or something like that. So that is why I have to use the fixed amount from $20, and now I'm in a good profit now. So this is how you trade. This is how you analyze. Very simple analysis. You can see that I didn't trade on currency. Reason why I didn't trade on currency, because currency is not safe right now. Currency is kind of fluctuating. Fluctuating. Currency is kind of fluctuating, and it's not safe to trade currency at the moment. So that is why I skip trading the currency here. So I trade the crypto. The crypto is very steady. So cryptocurrency is very steady at the moment. And this Bitcoin are the one that's steady most. But this one is not. But though they have the same movement, but this, if you don't take your time, you will place your trade lately, like late entry. This Litecoin, Litecoin and Bitcoin, they have the same candlestick, the same structure. But if you don't take your time to enter the trade perfectly, you will lose the trade with because of late entry. Okay, so very simple analysis. So um, practice make perfect, right? Practice make perfect. So thank you for watching this video. So if you like my video, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.